Right, now the wallpaper is now soaked for a good 5 minutes. It's now ready to apply. Okay, so we've just followed the manufacturer's instructions on how long we should allow it to soak for. We've got this technical piece of equipment here. Okay, this is what we call our crotch, and this is going to keep our paper straight on the ceiling when we try and apply it to the actual surface. Okay, so if I just hold this one up here, it's going to be flapping around everywhere, and again, once I've got my crotch underneath it, okay, then it just keeps it nice and straight. So let's go and put this one up. Don't be scared of this. If you make a mistake, just start again. Okay, that's how we'll learn. So I'm going to take it to the ceiling. Okay, I'm just going to line it all up there so it's nice and straight. Okay, and I position my crotch right on the very edge of the paper there. Okay, and you'll see the reason for that now. Okay, so I've got all the equipment I need. I've got my sponge, I've got my knife, I've got my corking board, I've got my scissors in my pocket, and also I've got my paper hanging brush. Okay, right. So I'll position my scaffold. Okay, so I've got my head right underneath this line. Okay, and we always work away from ourselves. Okay, never like brushing back. Okay, always working away. So I'm working from left to right. When I put the next piece up, okay, again, I'm going to be working that way. Okay, you'll see the reason for that in a second. Okay, let's give this a go. So I've got this on the very edge. I'm just going to take this off. Okay. Get my paper hanging brush. Okay. So I'm going to put the edge of this piece of paper on this line here, and I'm going to line it up. And you need to practice this a few times, okay, before you get it. So I'm going to hold it up like this. Okay, I've got my crotch right on the very edge. Okay, I'm going to now line it up with my paper hanging brush here. Okay, and I'm going to allow a bit of excess on the other side. So I'm going to push it to the ceiling. Okay, you can always twist it afterwards. Okay, and then I'm going to brush it, and I'm going to sweep it. Okay, so I'm going to brush down. I'm going to do it slowly. Brush down. Okay, and then when we've got a longer length, you'll have to sweep it across. Okay. Now, this looks quite difficult, but once you've got this first part in, once it's straight, it will then just flow and it goes straight, so there's no problems at all. So make sure you get this first part. If it's twisted initially, pull it back off, start again. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my paper hanging brush down, it's straight on that line. Okay. If it isn't, you can just slightly adjust it. Okay, try not to stretch it. Okay, make sure it's sort of stuck. Okay, just be careful there. Right, now I've got that on, it's so easy to do. Okay, so you come to it, pull it down, and you crotch up, sweep your brush, just following the line, nice and straight. Pushing it out. Next one. Okay. If you feel like your folds are too big, okay, then just start again, repaste it. I'm now putting my crotch, keeping it straight onto the line, bringing my brush, sweeping it straight down. Okay. Next one, get rid of that now. Onto the line, sweep it across. And again, this is one of the full lengths that we cut. We use it for the full length of the wall, so I've got some excess on this one. You can just walk it down, nice and easy. Okay, let's get rid of some of that excess. Okay, just be careful, yeah. Okay, just careful and make sure you dispose of these correctly because they've been quite slippy. Okay, trim it into place. I'm going to clean all this off, you don't want paste on your walls. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my knife and I'm going to trim this up so it's nicely finished. Okay, just have a quick look down it as well that you haven't got any air bubbles. Okay, all the edges are stuck. Put your nails in there, ready for cutting. Normally I'll come over to this piece later. We normally start in this corner, but just for camera angles, it's better if I do it here. Okay. Remember with your knife, if you don't hold it as low to the surface, it will snag and it'll pull. This is really sharp, so it's not happening yet. Okay, so get your corking board. Okay. If I was to poke that corking board in there, it's just going to create a hole. So we're going to go very, very close with it. Okay, so you're not cutting over the top, we're cutting underneath. And then I would normally start, come all the way down there, but again, just for demonstration purposes, I'll just do this little section. Okay. I've never cut myself with a blade. Okay, this is a really safe method. So I'm coming to this very corner again. Extremely sharp. Okay, once again, that's got the retractable blade on it. So before you put it in your pocket. Okay, then get your scissors, just snip these little areas off. And then just by using your eye, you can just come along there and you can see that it's straight. You can always adjust it afterwards, unless you've cut it too short. And obviously one of the most important things is with paste, if you're going to be painting over this afterwards, if you've got paste on the surface, okay, the paint will flake off. Okay, and I've left some down there, so when I'm going to leave that, and when we paint it, you might see that as it flakes off afterwards. Okay, so make sure you clean all your areas with some nice warm water and your sponge. Get rid of all this excess paste that we've got. Just probably needs a little bit more on there. So that's how you put your first piece of paper on the ceiling. Now we're just going to carry on and do the rest.